Hey, Maddies. Welcome back to a very special, very different, unique episode of Not Mad About a Podcast. Today, we are going to touch on a multitude of random things. We are really here to talk about the book Strangers, a Memoir of Marriage by Belle Burden.
Yeah, I think that's right.
We read it upon your guys' recs, so we're here to really, the bulk of this episode will be about that. But before we deep dive into the book, we do need to give our reactions to the Summer House reunion trailer just dropped. Jaws on the floor. We have thoughts. And then we also have to talk about the RHORI Real Housewives of Rhode Island fight heard round Cranston, Rosie and Kelsey, and anything else in that episode that we must discuss. But really, that fight, I'm so interested because, Brie, we haven't really even talked about it. I don't know where you stand. I'm seeing lots of different takes on
Lots of
all.
different takes. I feel like I can dissect that fight for both sides.
It's splitting families apart.
It really is making a Noah Khan, the Great Divide.
Wow. I mean, we could always bring it back to
I
Noah.
know. It really is. It's having a huge impact, you guys. So
Yeah.
much discussed there. Let's do the Summer House trailer first
Okay.
because I was just talking to one of the Maddies before we hopped on, and I was like, this is just the trailer. Like, we are getting three full parts of this reunion, and that's what we got in the trailer. Like, the reunion's gonna be
Dark.
dark. I was gonna say disappointing. Not
Yeah.
disappointing, like it there's a lot that we want to
It's
watch,
going to
but
be sad
yeah.
and deep.
And deep and just like
Deep dark.
everybody fighting. I feel like it's gonna just be everybody fighting to get Wes and Amanda to like wake the fuck up and
Hmm.
say one thing to give everybody a reason to like accept this relationship,
No,
and they're
Brie,
just like refusing it.
they're gonna wait for Wes to say one thing, period.
Well,
Because the trailer, he did not say one word, as per usual.
I,
And I guess it's rubbed off on Amanda because she wasn't really saying much of anything.
I just posted this on Threads, you guys know, sorry, so annoying. And I said at this point, like West choosing to stay silent is actually so calculated because if he says nothing, he doesn't have to answer for anything post
Hmm.
reunion. Like when he's on that stage, I think he's thinking about how we're watching the reunion back. And I feel like
Right.
the only strategy he has is to say nothing because what are we going to say besides Wes was silent, Wes said nothing? Like that's all there is to say. He doesn't give us anything to like dissect or hold on to. He's just silent. Like
As
that
as the
was intentional.
as the great, I want to say, Babe Ruth, Jackie Robinson, Michael Jordan once said, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So, Wes, like, open your mouth. Maybe there would be a nugget that would redeem you.
I
But
like
he's not even going for it.
I
They're
don't think he
not much
cares.
firing up there. No, I don't think he cares at all.
I think he's just like, let's wrap this up so I can be done with these people. And I
No, I
don't have
think
to do
he
this anymore.
doesn't care at all, and I think that that's the part that's driving Sierra the most crazy. And she said it in the reunion, is he does not care. Like, I
Yeah.
hope it's worth it for you because he is just doing this to spite me.
But what does that mean? Like he's doing that to spite her because we were saying last week in our recap that like
He's not
it
into her.
doesn't seem like he's interested in her. And I'm not saying she's wrong. Like maybe she's trying to say that subconsciously or not, he's always trying to like make me look bad or put me
Hmm.
down. Like the New York Times article was a way to make Sierra look bad and to make him look good. Is this another tactic of Wes trying to make Sierra like look bad or to get under her skin by choosing somebody else over her? Or does something happen between them in the off season that Sierra does that like piss Wes off and this
It's
is
like,
like retaliation?
right, more of a calculated. I don't know. I really don't know.
Because if we find out that like they were something after Summer House and before all hell broke
Sierra and
loose, like
West,
yeah,
too.
Sierra and West, yeah.
Oh, yeah, they definitely did hook up after Summer House, I would say.
Yeah, so what did she reject him? I don't know
I
because
don't know.
it seems like Amanda, like we said, is in love with him from last summer. So was he actively was she actively pursuing him and he was just like, okay, well, you're here, so you're up.
Brie, I don't know. I mean, this is
So
the
many
least
questions.
exciting recap of the
No,
reunion.
there's
Like, I
nothing to
don't
recap.
know.
We don't know. Yeah, there's
We're
so
just
many
like trying to
questions.
speculate what's going on in their little marble brains,
I know.
but it's really difficult. And it's
I
difficult to
know.
understand because, like, we're going to get into with the Rory fight and a lot of Rory, there's a lot of things that we're missing. There's
A
things
lot of
that we don't
subtext.
know. There's timelines for a lot of things that we're not aware of
Yeah.
yet or might not ever know.
And also, I wonder if they're gonna say anything, or I wonder if Andy's gonna be like, "Where do we go from here, guys? Like,
Oh,
are
I'm
we gonna
sure. Yeah. We got
address
to wrap it up.
the season?" Yeah, like is just
Absolutely. I think
and
we're going to end with, so where do we stand?
yeah. I
What's the
just feel like
thoughts?
after what we can tell we're gonna get from Amanda at this reunion, like she needs to go far, far away from West and from New York City, from everything she knows, and she needs to get back to center. She actually needs to go to like one of those ayahuasca retreats and just like
Right.
do some work. What is going on? How do you have these conversations with like Sarah and Mia all summer long and have these girls that are
Yeah.
building you up and you're defending them and
Sierra's
you're
not her champion. She was her
yes.
champion all summer.
How do you go from that to then now like not understanding why everybody has a problem with you dating West?
Right. And not breaking down on the
Yeah,
couch. Like, where's the clip of her hysterically crying, begging for forgiveness?
like just apologizing. It's that easy.
Mm-hmm.
Like if she
So,
wanted to take the route like you can't help who you love, you can say like I'm so sorry that we did this.
mm-hmm.
We should have done it differently, but I can't help that I fell in love with him. Okay, at least you're saying sorry and that like you
Totally.
feel bad about how it all went down. But it's like not
No,
even that.
no. She's not even saying sorry.
No, it's so crazy. Oh,
After
God.
seeing the tension between the cast, do you think Amanda comes back to film? Will see it? Will we get a good season with Amanda and Sierra? Will they be able to film together in a house?
If Amanda's still with West, no. Because Amanda's the type of person that shuts everybody out to
For the one
focus
person that
on
she's with, yeah.
the one person that she's with. Like, did she have friends when she was with Kyle? Like, at any point in time? Like,
I think she did, yeah.
I guess she does. They're on in the city, but it just seemed
No,
like Kyle was
prior,
like,
yeah, she had like her group of girls and she would surprise, 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 leave them to go and hang out with Kyle.
yeah. So I feel like now she's all in on West and
Hmm.
nothing else is a priority to her. So if she's still with West, why would she go back to Summer House? There's nothing for her there. Her sights are set on her man.
So you're saying that either West or Amanda are going back, not both of them.
No, I don't think either of them are going to go back.
Okay, I
And if
agree.
West does go back, like he really
We've
has
seen
no
his
fear.
nuts and they're not that big. So like that could not be that he could walk his ass through that door of that
Like,
house.
what's up, guys?
Uh-uh.
Man,
Uh-uh.
I don't know. I guess TBD. Oh man, we'll
Wait,
find
real
out
quick,
soon.
I just want to share. I am drinking a cannabis infused beverage.
What's it
Um,
called?
it's called, should I say it? Because I don't really like it.
Oh no.
Okay. So I don't love it. It's not a popular brand. It's not Flower Boy, or nowadays. So let's just eliminate. But it's apple cider flavored, and there's a freaking ass load of sugar in here. So it's like really tastes like sweetened apple juice.
Ew.
But I'll let you know it has 10 mg's of THC.
Oh, I want to try something like that.
Me too. Because I need something to sip.
Yeah, yeah, and be mellow.
Right, and I didn't want to have a cock because it's just a random Tuesday.
When do
So,
we?
right. If we're talking about a cop, just kidding.
Okay, should we get into
Anyway,
Rory?
yes.
Wow, what a crazy episode. This episode, we're not going to do like a full recap, but it really kind of hit all the points. Like we had this touching moment with like Joellen and her mom. We had like this
Oh, that
silly.
was actually really nice.
No, I feel like Joellen has been, I mean, she said she's been waiting for that her whole life, and I'm so happy she got what she was looking for.
Some housewives wait seasons to get what they're looking for with a parent.
Yep. Yeah, I wonder if the pressure of the camera, her mom was like, oh shit, this is serious. Because they kind of like caught her off guard with that. She's like, oh, you're not kidding, Joellen.
Yeah.
You're actually upset. Oh, let me like say sorry to her, you know?
You know what? And I'm so glad that she did say sorry because
Same.
it was almost seemed too easy, but it was nice because it seemed like that's all she wanted and that's what she got.
That's all it takes, Amanda.
Right. And that's literally all it takes.
Look
Take
how
notes
easy
from
it is.
Mrs. Joellen's mom.
It's so easy.
That
But
was nice though.
that was nice. Then we have this dinner with Alicia, her husband, and can I just say, Alicia and her husband to me seem like strangers. Like, I know they've been together for 12 years, but these two people have, like, they don't know each other at all. And also just thinking back to, like, when a couple episodes ago, Liz was over and Liz calls Alicia Cece, and
Oh,
her
and he goes,
husband
"Who's
was like,
Cece?"
yeah, who's Cece? I was like, what?
Right.
What?
Well,
How would
you
you
know,
not
they're
know that?
because they're not married. They never had to fill out paperwork, so he doesn't know her name.
It's
That's
I
funny.
just these two people are in a car. I'm like, do they? I don't know. The vibe was so weird. I just feel like they're strangers, like our memoir. They were truly strangers. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know who else feels like strangers? Actually, they don't feel like strangers, but this is something that just drives me crazy. And I've noticed that she's done it a few times. When Rosie calls her husband Richie, especially, but like to the dog, like, do you want to
Oh
talk to
yeah.
Richie? Like, no, that's
Yeah.
daddy.
Yeah. I was thinking the same thing. That's
Why
daddy.
you, right. That's,
Maybe she's had the dog before she's known
well,
Richie.
now he's daddy.
Yeah, no,
He's
he's
not
daddy.
still Richie.
Well, I think they've only been married for years. You know, maybe she's
No,
getting used to it.
no, no. I'm sorry.
That's
I
Big
don't know
Daddy.
if that's daddy. You want to talk to Richie?
I kind of love Richie and Rosie. That's
They
a
are a
show.
perfect match.
They are a perfect match from what we've seen. You guys know the
Yes.
tables turn here often. But
No, but I
anyway,
really feel deep down that they are like a perfect match. They really complement each other.
I think so too,
Yeah,
from what we can see.
right.
But at the dinner, Alicia, I guess, was going into that dinner thinking she needs to show Rilla the video of Brian cheating on her, which was so crazy that this was like weighing on her that she was like, do I bring it up? Do I not bring it up? Like, no, you don't bring it up when you're at
Well,
dinner in their home.
anybody else would have, just so you know. Any other
No,
housewife would have. 100%. That's
Nikki,
the
that
mystery. Why do you
Tamra
think
would
that?
have.
What do you think they were just going there for dinner? I think production even thought that she was going to drop a bomb. A
Wow.
hundred
Well,
percent.
that is so fucking crazy.
Because the last time we heard from the ladies, they were like, well, somebody's got to tell her, and Alicia, it's you.
Wow.
So she had a mission.
You're so
And
right.
she aborted that quick.
Yeah, mission not accomplished. But I think we said this maybe with the sweet potato boys. Like, I don't think Rilla is going to be fazed by that video at all. Like, that's not even going to move the needle. She's choosing Brian. She doesn't
Yeah.
give a fuck. Whatever's happening, she's dealing with it silently with him. Like, that video is going to make zero difference.
Internally, for her,
Yes.
yes, it will. But will it change her actions for us to see on the outside? No.
I
She's
saw,
just going to let that fester and like ruin her inside.
yeah, which is probably maybe why she had to go sent to the rescue and go to the hospital,
Right.
you know?
The
But
hospital.
I saw a theory that somebody posted that like the only thing that would make sense why Rilla is staying with Brian is because the two of them, and this is alleged, this is not real, this is just one person on Instagram. But the only thing that would make sense is like maybe the two of them are in some sort of like scam together. And if they get indicted, if they're married, they can't testify against each other. And like that would be
There's
the only reason why they would still be married because why? Like it does not make sense.
Did they talk about a prenup?
I don't think a prenup would really like they both I think are successful. I don't know about a prenup. How that factors into this.
Yes, something because it's very obvious. he knows, she knows, we knows. Like,
Yeah. I mean,
it's
he's getting that text at dinner and she's just like,
yeah.
we're
You
just
think
like
that was
pretending.
that was the mistress?
100% somebody was like, oh, the mistress got the call sheet for filming and was like, gotta text Brian.
No, because she's fucking posted up in the bushes in their house and like sees the crew and Cece roll up.
Yeah, she's like, oh, I gotta worm my way in there. So it's so, again, there's so much going on with Rory behind the scenes and like under the surface that I think the reunion is gonna be absolutely insane. Like, I think we're
Where
gonna get 3 parts to a season 1
oh hell yeah.
reunion. Yeah.
Where do you land with Rula and her coming back or giving a shit about her storyline? Like knowing that probably she's never going to leave Brian, or at least for now. Where where do we go from here? Because we have to move on at some point.
We have to move on. And if Rilla wants to come back, I would be happy to have her back. I think she just needs to come back, chest out. Guys, I don't give a shit what Brian
Right.
did or is doing. I don't want to talk about it. I'm accepting it and like we need to move on. And I don't know what her storyline will become, but she just needs to own it.
Own it.
Yeah, just
Own
own
it.
it. Yeah. Okay, let's get to the fight, Slam Pig, because there's so much. I feel like for so long, people did not like Rosie, and then this fight happened, and now people are obsessed with Rosie.
Right. Right after you posted that video about
I
like
know.
somebody please help us understand why
I know.
everybody hates her and now
They're like,
everybody loves her.
they're like, what are you saying? We love her. But Kelsey comes rolling in, siren blaring on a megaphone, 8,000 square feet, blah, 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 blah. And do you think that that was like a just a joke that landed poorly, or do you think there was malicious intent?
I think that that was 1000% a joke that landed poorly. I think that Kelsey really thought that she can go and joke with her genuinely. And I am that one. I would not defend Kelsey if I didn't believe this to be true
Yeah.
because she was almost poking fun at herself too. Like
Yeah.
calling herself house police. Like she really meant it as a joke. She went in there giggling, thinking it would really be funny and they would have a little hee hee kiki moment. And boy,
No.
was she wrong. What do you
I
think?
I actually agree. Like I think she was just trying to be silly. And when Rosie in her confessional, she was like, Kelsey, I have like a no siren ordinance in my neighborhood.
She was supposed to know fucking rule 5B.
Yeah, she doesn't know how to fold laundry. You think she knows what a no siren ordinance is? Like she doesn't know the real world that you can't
Oh my
do
God.
stuff like that in like a community.
But like also take a freaking chill pill. She
Yeah.
freaking did a siren and a megahorn for, let's be honest, maybe a minute. And that's
But
being an extreme range and how long it lasted. Relax. It's not that deep.
it's not that deep. And I do feel like Kelsey was so caught off guard by Rosie's
So, yeah.
reaction that she was like, wait, she didn't even have a second to take a
No.
breath.
She had
But
no
it,
idea.
she
No
had
idea.
no, she's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Like, you're being serious? You're actually upset about this? I feel like Rosie was gonna start a fight no matter what. Like, she was itching to just unleash on this girl.
She had the plans laid out. And if Kelsey would have said one thing, like you said, I think she would have been ready
Yeah,
to
ready to go.
freaking slam pig her out of her house. But that's another point too, is that Rosie had the paperwork out. So you were going to dig back at her. Like there
Yeah.
was digs coming from your side anyway, and you're upset that she came and played a little joke on you.
After they technically called a truce
Yeah, I mean
and a
they were
fresh start.
both right.
Yeah.
So you guys both came in like, but that's what they do.
That's what they do. Like petty fights, we love to see it. I do feel like the fight gave us a lot of great moments and sound bites. Obviously, Slam Pig. Obviously, I'm
Wow.
sorry, I called you a polygamist at a picnic. Like that is so fucking funny. Rosie was ready to go, and it Kelsey did just look kind of dumb in the sense that like she's been attacking Rosie all season long, like calling her out for lying, all this shit. But then when push comes to shove, she was literally silenced. Like she had nothing to say. And I don't know if it's because she was in shock that Rosie was so activated, or
Well, what could she have said back to what?
she could have said all the stuff she's been saying, like, oh, well, like, yeah, you think I'm a fucking slam pig? Like, you fucked that basketball coach. You got fired. Like, oh, I'm a whore. You got fired for sleeping with
Well,
a
the
higher up.
slam pig came after. So by the time that slam pig came up, I think that she was just so baffled by what was happening. I don't even like But what would she have said back to you? Have no house, you have no job, you have
Yeah,
no husband. Like,
nothing.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah. No, she didn't even care that she said any of that or that she called her a slam pig. The thing that Kelsey was most upset about was that Rosie said that Kelsey didn't win the Rhode Island pageant or Miss USA pageant, whatever pageant it was, and that she like sucked dick and her boyfriend paid for her to win it. And Kelsey was so mad. And the
So
fact
mad.
that she just kept saying, I won that pageant fair and square. Like, could you be more of a nerd right now?
No, that's why she came back in the house just to make that point. And
But
then we get
the
slam
fair
pig.
and square of it all, it's like you are such a nerd.
Well, it's like,
Like,
so
I
you
won
didn't.
that fair and square.
Yeah, no,
Like,
so you didn't. Like, that's
right.
what you're saying. You didn't. And it's so funny because they foreshadowed to this moment because when she was moving into her apartment, she was like dusting off her crown and like her medals and like lining them up. It's like, that was 10 years ago, okay? Like, it's.
Okay, but also, did she had a brain tumor? Why aren't we talking about that? You have not seen this?
Oh, yes, I did see that, but I was so confused by the clip. I was like, why, that was just skirted in there?
Right. Like, why? We should be talking. Hello, bring up your brain tumor.
Also,
How,
apparently,
what a great way to make her feel dumb. Like, why don't you shut the fuck up? I actually had a brain tumor that I talked about in my pageant. So suck it.
also, Rosie has a twin sister.
No.
Yes.
What's her name?
I don't remember, but actually, I was at a bridal shower last weekend, and my cousins, Andrew's cousins, were there, and two of them used to do Irish step dancing with Rosie and her sister. Isn't that
Oh my
so
God.
funny? And they said
Wait.
she was always just like a gorgeous, beautiful girl.
Oh my God. And she's probably like so nice. I wonder if her twin sister looks like her. But quick funny side note, anytime I curl my hair, particularly when my mom curls my hair, it's so curly that I always Irish step dance.
Just like fun little fact.
Yeah, just something cute about me.
That's funny. Now we need a video next time.
Wow, I wonder, do we bring the sisters on? Joellen and Rosie's sister. Let's even it out.
Well, there's like the people that don't like Rosie like really hate her, and like the one argument that I've seen against her is that like she's fake. Like, what's her storyline? She's trying too hard. She's,
I don't think
pushing,
she
she's like
is.
poking everybody without really giving anything herself and then playing a victim because nobody wants to be her friend, which like I do kind of get that. But
I don't.
again,
I
like
don't
we keep
feel like
saying,
that's true.
I think the real issue is that allegedly Rosie has been going all these interviews now postseason saying that Kelsey and her boyfriend, her sugar daddy boyfriend, broke up 2 years ago. And like the whole relationship playing out on the show was like fake. She's been with Billy for 2 years. Like her ex's mom let her film in the house for the show because like they want to get rid of her. And I did a whole video like, does that change your perspective? Like, if that's true, if Kelsey and her boyfriend broke up 2 years ago and she's just like reenacting the end of their relationship on the show and like bringing Billy in as if it's like not two boyfriends, that is her boyfriend, but she's pretending like she has two boyfriends because she's like this empowered woman. If he can do it, I can do it too. Like, does
Yeah,
that change the show for you?
kind of. Like now that, I mean, I heard you say it in the video, and now that you're saying it now, and now that I'm seeing, imagining that that's why Rosie's mad, like, yeah, that's actually bullshit.
Yeah, that's bullshit. But then there's like some timeline confusion because somebody said, well, no, when Kelsey was trying to get on the show, she was with the boyfriend.
Yes.
And then by the time filming happened, they broke up. And she was kind of like, extended that storyline to be on the show, which like that makes it a little bit,
Right. If
that's a
we're
little bit
talking about
better.
2 years ago, you were moved out into an apartment and you're just like part time coming in to just film a few scenes at his house
Yeah.
and then bring in Billy.
And they're all like acting that like, oh, are you gonna like leave him? I can't keep doing
Yeah,
this thing.
except for the mom. The mom can't. She's like, "Hey, Bill." Like, she's done been seeing Bill for every Thanksgiving, every Christmas,
So
every
true.
Christmas Eve. Bill is there.
But then like knowing that it could be fake, I'm watching Kelsey move into this apartment. I'm like, does she really live in this apartment? Are we watching her like build furniture and like, is that fake? Is this all fake? What is real? Are we putting this on just for the show or is she actually moving into this apartment and starting on her own, or has she been on her own for 2 years? Like, now I need to know. Like,
Mm-hmm.
now it's in my
For
head,
for you.
and I'm just looking back at the whole, like, things differently. Like, even Liz was like, don't worry, Kelsey, you can get through this. You're an independent woman. Like, okay, so then it's like everybody's in
Everybody
on it.
everybody's faking it. And
Yeah, like,
Rosie's like, this is bullshit.
yeah, this is bullshit. Why? Which is why Rosie brought it up at the picnic. Oh, isn't she dating that guy Bill? And then they get mad at Rosie for bringing that up on camera because
Hmm.
are we all trying to keep this secret? And then it
Has
just
Kelsey ever tried to clear this up since Rosie's been
no.
yipping and yapping?
No, I'm assuming they're saving it for the reunion. It has to be addressed in some
Hmm.
way. I mean, Rosie said it on multiple platforms at this point.
Yeah.
And then people are saying, I don't care. It makes for good TV. I agree. We got great content out of it. But breaking the fourth wall in that way just like takes away the mystique of the show. I want to feel like this is real. I said in the comment, Luann finding out that Tom cheated on her in real time for Bethany and then still
Hmm.
marrying him on the
Hmm.
boat, like that's real.
That's real. That's some real shit.
That's some real shit. Like that
Hmm.
is what housewives have been putting out for years and years. Like that's as authentic as it gets. And I'm not saying that we can't dip our toe back in the water and bring
Totally.
something up because it's an incredible story, which it is. She was a sugar baby for 10 years. We
Hmm.
need to know about that. We need to see the house. We need to know that he's still paying her
Absolutely.
bills. But I think if it was that much of a gap, we should have like brought it in a different way.
I completely agree. And that's also why we stopped watching Mormon Wives because
Yeah.
it just not only got too dark, but it just got too
Fake.
fake.
Yeah, when you know it's fake, that's different. When you don't know, great. What I don't know won't kill me. But now that I know, I can't stop thinking about it.
Okay. So where do we land on the fight?
I can see both sides because of what I just said. Rosie has been chomping at the bit
Hmm.
to get back because she knows too much and she feels like Kelsey's being a hypocrite, calling her a liar all season when
Hmm.
Rosie in her mind knows the truth about Kelsey. It's like, okay, so you're harping on me being a liar when you're the one that's out here actually lying and we're all covering your ass on the show. Like she had to do something.
Okay. So you stand by Rosie.
I think I stand by Rosie.
Wow, that's so crazy.
Yeah,
Because
I think I
I'm a
stand with Rosie.
Rosie, I stand with Rosie, like
Yeah.
on other typically. I don't really like Kelsey all that much. However, Rosie was just being so fucking crazy.
No, the screeching, like when she was
The
yelling, it was like,
screech. She was like shoving it got crazy. Like, bro, the
because she's
freaking
been
makeup
holding it all in. She had to get it out. Not that that's
man.
right.
She was supposed to go and do her hair and makeup, touching her face and her hair. And they almost got into a fist fight. Like, how did we get here? That is so crazy. What a turn of events. Like, she just went in there honking and like yipping her horn, thinking she was starting like a good old fight, brought her little bag in, and left getting shoved out of the house, being
Oh
called a
my
slam
God.
pig.
Being called a slam pig.
Production is probably like, what the heliante just
They're probably
happened?
like, let's fucking go. Thank you, Rosie. We love that.
Thank you, Dolores. God. Okay. So where do you guys stand?
Yeah, let us know.
Let us
Please
know.
comment. Should we get into the job that we're actually here to do, which is the memoir?
Sure. I've been dying to talk about it.
So a lot of people were talking about this book, Strangers, a Memoir of a Marriage. People are really obsessed with it. Really, like it's just been very buzzy. A lot of people recommended it. Excited that we were going to read it so we can do some sort of recap. And this is our first ever like book recap, so don't judge us. We don't know what we're doing.
Yeah.
We kind of just have like a question, a Q&A, if you will. But basically, the book is about a woman who is in a 20-year marriage, and during COVID, she finds out that he's having an affair, and he kind of just immediately leaves her. We don't even know if he's like with the other woman, but he's decides to just like pack up, leave his wife, leave his family, move on with his life, and is very emotionally disconnected from what she thought was like a happy marriage. So the whole theme is he became a stranger to her, or was he always a stranger? What is it? And I will say, like, first impressions of the book, it was so immediately like the imagery just like brings you in. I love the setting. I love that we're in Martha's Vineyard. I love that we're on
Mhm.
the East Coast. It's so easy to visualize. And she was such a good writer. It was so well written that I was like into the story as soon as we started.
Mhm.
But I feel like by the time we got to the end, I kept waiting for something. Like, I feel bad saying this. Like, I kept waiting for something crazy to happen. And then when it just kind of wrapped up as just like,
That's it.
yeah, that's it. I just thought there was going to be like a
Some sort
bomb.
of a conclusion,
Yeah. And it was
even.
just like, no, like that was, they
Whether
saw each
they
other on the street.
got
And
back to, yeah, right.
yeah.
He came back around and like decided he wanted the
Yes.
kids,
Yeah.
or he apologized. We got no sort of resolution, I think, is what we were.
Which I guess is maybe the point. Like, that's life. And this was her
Hmm.
story. That was her marriage. She too got no resolution, which like was a big
Right.
thing for her throughout the whole book. So I think just like seeing how buzzy it was when I finished,
Hmm.
I was like, oh, why are people obsessed with this book? It's really just a tale of divorce. It's a tale of a bad divorce of, I think, what a lot of women experience, and
Hmm.
probably during COVID, these midlife crisis men up and leaving their entire lives.
Yeah, the COVID of it all was so layered. I agree with you. My first impression of the book, I immediately was like sucked in. I felt like it was a reality TV show. I loved her way of writing. It felt
Hmm.
like I was just watching reality TV. And then,
Yeah.
like you said, the more the book went on, I was just kind of like, okay, like, yep, we're still walking around. Like, it's still COVID. People are still treating you horribly. Yeah, your husband is still an asshole.
Yeah.
Okay, you're still
Where are we going?
miserable.
Yeah. Where are we
You're a
going
little
with this?
better. And then it just kind of wrapped up really quick. Like I feel like we went through the motions of her all dealing with it immediately after, and then it was the divorce time, and then it just kind of settled up real quick, and then it was
Yeah.
just over.
Yeah. And then it was just over, which again, I think was just her
Hmm.
life. Do you think that there was red flags that Belle ignored in her marriage?
It's so hard to tell because the way that she made it seem like there really were no red flags. Like, of course, there's probably issues. However, for this man to just up and leave his family, like
Yeah.
seemingly in the middle of the night, and just pack a suitcase and leave his kids, they had three children. One was 18, and then he
Mm-hmm.
had two daughters that were like
I think
12.
in 15.
Yeah. And just say, like, you don't want custody of them anymore and just stop seeing them totally. Something has to be there, but
Yeah.
she didn't give us any inkling. Like, she didn't see any red flags. There was nothing that she said that
I feel like the way their relationship started
was hot and heavy.
was a red flag, but when you're that young and you're experiencing that, you're like, "Oh my God,
Hmm.
this is love. This is like what you dream of in the movies." Like
Was he
you've
with
kind
somebody prior to her?
I think they both were, and
Okay.
they
I
worked
think,
together at that law firm, and I don't think they had a relationship whatsoever. And then he found out like who her family was,
mm,
and he immediately like started to show interest in her. And
yeah.
then started
Okay.
like actively pursuing her. And I think she was like, "Oh, this guy that I've kind of like thought was like cuter on The Office is now interested in me."
Hmm.
You're not thinking about that differently. You're just like, "Oh my God, he's really laying it on hot and heavy, and he's hot, and he's this big, businessman."
So that's another huge thing that we're going to have to talk about, obviously, is like the financials of it all. But yeah, I think that a lot of guys probably at that age start to get a little bored.
Hmm.
She is a housewife. Like, she didn't really have, not putting it on her as if it's her fault, because that's not at
Yeah.
all. He's the loser.
Yeah.
But he probably felt like, oh yeah, she's just like home. What is there that's that exciting? Like, you have your family and it's just life and it's kind of boring.
Yeah, it's kind of boring. And she thought that they were happy being bored.
Yeah.
Not being
Hmm.
bored, but just happy
Living
settling into
life.
life
Yeah.
and growing older. And she thought they were happy with where they were.
Yeah.
So we don't know if James ends up with the woman he had an affair with or not, but do you think the affair was just an excuse for him to leave the marriage?
Yes.
And like he was looking for a reason to get out?
I think that he was unhappy. I think that this was probably just like a normal woman
Yeah.
who gave him attention and gave him like a little bit of a buzzy feeling that was
Hmm.
different from what he was feeling in his marriage. I think it could have been anybody. I think that he already had in his mind that he was unhappy and probably bored
Yep.
and saw something shiny, and that's like did he get caught, or
Yeah,
he admitted it?
the mistress's husband called Belle and was like, "Your husband's having an affair with my wife."
Okay, so what probably happened was he found out, said,
Yes.
I'm gonna, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he didn't really have a choice. He got caught, and then that was his out.
That was his
Easy.
out. I feel like, I don't know, I kind of feel like James was maybe always insecure of Belle and her family and her financial status. And she was like, her family was like super
Mm.
well connected. And he finally gets to the point in his career where he's wanted to be his whole life. He's like racking the dough. He's like up with these big businessmen. He's in the
Doesn't
country
need her anymore
club. Yeah, he's needed more. And he's like, oh, well, now I'm up here.
and
And
doesn't
my
need her anymore.
and doesn't need her anymore. So he's like, well, now she's like, she's holding me back. The kids are older. They don't need me around. Now is my time to go and like live this life. Fucking ego. This man that gets to just do whatever he wants. Ugh, God, a tale as old as time, truly.
I don't want to jump over your questions, but what do you think about the kids of it all? Like, how do you just up and
Yeah,
leave your kids, especially you're a father to young daughters?
I know. That's what's so weird. And I think that was one of the hardest parts for Belle was, okay, we're not going to be together, but you're still like their dad and you can get
Right.
them on weekends or we can split holidays. And he was like, no, just you take them. And then the craziest part was when he gets an apartment in New York City and he
Hmm.
only gets two bedrooms and then he turns the second one into an office. So like he's doubling down. They
He specifically said no sleepovers.
Yeah, no sleepovers. He doesn't want anything. And he actually puts the onus on the kids to maintain a relationship with him.
Hmm.
Oh, well, I'm around if they need me.
Yeah.
And that to me is
So
crazy because then
irresponsible.
so irresponsible because then it's like not only is everyone thinking like Belle's probably thinking did he ever really love me, but then the kids are thinking did my dad ever really love me too?
Of
Like
course.
who is my dad? Like that part I get kind of whatever. You want to like leave your wife and you want to have a different life, but to leave your kids is
Yeah. It
crazy.
does not make any sense to me at all.
No. And why? Like what is that? Like do you think he really it's just like a midlife crisis and one day he's going to be like, "Oh, kids, I'm so sorry that that happened." Or you think it seems like from what we know about him, he's just moving on with his life like everybody needs to accept it and it's really not that like West, it's really not that big of a deal.
I think that he probably thinks it's not that big of a deal and that he's done nothing wrong. It
Yeah.
seems like that's the kind of vibe that I'm getting. It seems like he'll say, "Well, I never went anywhere. Like I was still available. You could have called me.
Yeah, it's their fault if they don't
All
have a
you had to do
relationship with
was
their
call,
dad.
and I would have come
Yeah.
picked you up. I would have taken you out to dinner."
So do you think he ever really like loved Belle, or do you think it was really like the status and the what she represented and like the life she could give him faster?
I cannot, knowing that Belle is a real human being,
Yeah.
say that I don't think he ever loved her. Like, I would have to hope and pray that he did. I mean, you
Yeah.
had three children together and were together for 20 years. And then, again, not to hijack your questions, they get married and they do sign a prenup. Her lawyers draft up this prenup that, her parents saw. Again, her parents are well to do. He James decides that he won't sign that prenup. He wants to what
He wants to
exactly
like
does
add a clause that like if his name is on something, they split it in the divorce. So I think like she bought all the properties but put his name on it, which means that they're
correct.
get like if they get divorced, he gets half of those properties, even though he
Right.
financially contributed nothing.
And anything that they made separately through their relationship cannot be touched by one another, which is
Yeah.
great for him because he's working. What does she make? She's staying at home. She's a stay-at-home mom. What is she making?
Well, that's why it kind of seems like, would that not have been a red flag?
Yeah,
Like,
totally.
does that not seem like somebody that's kind
Yeah,
of
that's a
out
huge
for
red flag,
your,
actually, Brie.
that someone's
Totally.
like out for your money and
Duh,
they're like
duh,
planning
duh.
ahead. They're
Yeah.
literally planning ahead. Like, okay,
Yes.
so when I get to this point, like when I finally get to the point where I'm financially making what I want, I can leave you, get half of everything that you bought for us with the money that you had from your family. Like
That's
that
evil, though.
calculated.
That's evil.
Yeah. Again, I don't know if that was his intention, but it seems that way
But
because why would you do that?
what would
If
any
you're
other
getting
intention
married for love, why would you do that?
And to specifically say that anything that it has my name on it is ours, yeah, no shit, she's gonna buy the house. Like she has
Yeah.
all the money.
Yeah.
And then of
And she
course she's
loves
gonna put
you.
your name on it because you're her
Yeah.
husband.
Because you're her husband. Exactly. And like she
And
thought
you
this
knew
was a
that she was gonna
partnership.
do that.
Yep. I
Yeah,
know.
that's yeah. Okay, so
Oof.
right to change our mind on the red flag question.
Okay, so James had a lot of insane behavior. One of them being when he told Belle that he wanted to get divorced. He said, "Don't worry, you're still young." And she was like, "I'm 50 years old." And then another one was when he asked her to make him a sandwich while they were telling their daughters about the divorce. What do you think? What was the craziest standout moment for you of James's behavior? Or not even James. What do you think was the craziest part of the book?
A lot of it, to me, I was the most surprised by people's reactions to
Yes.
Belle
Yeah.
and the way that she was so outcast by
The
all of
country
these,
club?
yeah, all of like these rich club people. Not as surprised about the men, but still, like the way that the men had the balls to say the things that they were saying to her.
Yeah.
Like, even some of her friends, the things that they were sharing with her, I'm like, can you shut
Shut the
up?
fuck up.
Why are you telling her this? She definitely does not need to hear this.
Yeah.
And just the whole COVID of it all was like
Yeah.
you're so isolated.
It's
And
just
now
another layer of
you're on
darkness.
Martha's Vineyard during COVID in the winter. Like you might as well be in Alaska with
Yeah, there's
nobody
nothing
around
there.
you.
Yeah.
Nobody is there. You're doing this all by yourself. And again, the whole kids of it all, like just leaving your kids. And also just the way that the kids knew so much more than
I know.
Belle thought they knew. Like they had found out that he had had an affair before, like, and Belle was trying to protect him, which was so nice of her, nicer than
So
I would have
nice.
ever been.
Yeah.
But they knew so much more. It was like so like, ugh, gut
And the daughter
punch.
basically becomes a chef to like take care of her mom and make sure she's eating. That was so sad, but daughters, I mean, we're the best.
Seriously, just women.
What one of the craziest parts to me was the rule with the country club that if there's a divorce, like
Right.
one person gets to keep the membership and the other person has to go back on the wait list.
Yeah.
I was like, excuse me, what? And they were
And
kind of like
you're
choosing James
yeah, and James is the person that you're keeping. And and
because he was a
also
man.
and he's a man, but guess who
Yeah.
probably brought the country club membership? Belle.
Yeah,
Belle's
100%.
parents.
I know. I feel like the reaction from all of like James's friends just like speaks on so much more that how like when there's a divorce, the husband is like glorified and the women is always like just the victim and it's kind of like, well, what did she really do? How could she not see that he wasn't happy? Like it's always
Kind
the
of just
woman's
like what we're
fault.
saying. Like,
Yeah, it's always like the
but not
woman's
in a way
fault.
that it is her fault. That's just kind of the reality of it. It's not her
But
fault though. But
it's
yes,
not her
like
fault. But like a man, it becomes like them starting over is like romanticized. Like look at Mauricio from Beverly
yeah,
Hills. He's getting divorced or separating and he's like out here living his best life and
you're
everybody's
so right.
like kind of like not mad about it. He's like partying in Aspen. He's like partying with girls on social media. Like he's getting an apartment that probably has two freaking bedrooms in it. And it's just like accepted as like,
Yeah.
oh, of course that's what he's gonna do. And then
If
Kyle's
Kyle she'd be a slut.
yeah, she would be a slut. I'd be like, oh my God, how could she do that? Like, that's such a
Right.
bad example for her kids, like making her dad, like making the dad look bad. And that's just how it goes. It's like,
I
why
know.
does the man get to be the one that's like just leaving everything behind. And it's like, okay, we'll call you, Dad. I guess we'll see you for
Right.
dinner next Sunday.
It's all, yeah, it's just exactly like you said. If a woman ever left her kids, oh my God, we'd think she's a complete sociopath.
Yep. Yeah.
But the man does it, and we're like, meh, James, he's busy. He's got to work anyway,
I know.
so it's just
Yeah.
better off.
He makes the money. He's doing it for
You
the
should just be
family.
happy, Belle.
Yeah. It's so crazy. But that's just like all of our internalized misogyny. Like, what is that?
Yeah,
I don't
it
know.
is. And we
Yeah.
saw in the book too that there's decades
Yeah.
and generation upon generation of this happening, especially in Belle's family. The same thing happened to her mother,
Yep. I
and
know.
the good thing about it is in the end, like, Belle kind of got her last word in, I guess.
Yeah.
Like,
She did.
nothing really resolved, but she feels better because she took her power back.
Well, the book really became full circle because at the beginning we learned that Belle originally wanted to become a writer
Hmm.
and she ended up becoming a lawyer instead. And now this trauma has happened to her and she ends up writing this memoir that is
Yeah.
like a huge success, which just proves that things work themselves out,
Hmm.
life reroutes in unexpected ways. You never know where things are going to go, and maybe everything does happen for a reason. She ultimately came back to the person that she was or wanted to be
Yeah.
before she met James,
It's
which is
beautiful.
kind of beautiful.
It's
Yeah.
kind of poetic.
Yeah, kind of
And to do it
poetic.
in the back of like her own self and something that so many people would consider a failure, she took it and made it a huge success and therapeutic for herself. She
Yeah,
needed to just dump this, and that's kind of what saved her through this whole thing was like getting it out little by
totally.
little. And she said when she sat down, the words just started flowing out.
Yeah. Did you think it was kind of crazy though that Belle was like so disconnected from the finances? Or do you think that that was like an intentional move to just keep herself in the box that was now she created for
Hmm.
herself and James created for her too? You're a mom. Don't worry about it. I got it covered. Do you think that
Yeah, I
was
think the latter.
intentional? Yeah, she was like, I don't need to know about that.
Yeah, and I think that that's probably the same role that a lot of her friends found themselves in
Mm,
too. So she kind of just did what
everyone does.
everybody was doing. Yeah, look at Teresa
I
Giudice.
know.
She just signed away whatever because her husband brought it to her. She didn't care as long as she was getting taken care of. You would never suspect your husband to freaking do illegal crimes or just up
Same
and
for
leave you.
Dorit. Same for Dorit. Her name's the one on that house, and now
Hmm.
PK's not paying that mortgage. Okay, now it's
Brittany and
Dorit's fault.
Jax.
Yep,
Yeah.
you wouldn't think that's gonna happen. But also, like, not knowing that James was raking in millions of dollars, like, is
Yeah.
kind of crazy. Like, you don't even look at it, like, even if you
I
have separate bank accounts, you don't look or ask,
how
like,
would
what's in
you?
there, I guess. You're just, like, not thinking about it. Also, if you
Yeah.
don't have to worry about money, you're probably not thinking, I wonder how much he's making because you're not really
Right.
worried about it to begin with.
Exactly. You're not struggling to eat. So
Yeah.
you're still just living your same very, very comfortable
Yeah.
life. There's nothing to complain about,
Yeah. My God. That was
which
crazy.
sounds pretty nice.
Yeah. Okay. Do you think that like the social impact and how the divorce was viewed by others was almost as traumatic as James leaving her? What do you think was worse? How it was perceived or the actual divorce itself?
Both are so horrible.
So horrible. I almost feel
Like,
like the reaction is more shocking than being left.
of course, because now you're humiliated.
Yeah.
And you would expect for people to, I mean, it's so insane.
I don't know if you remember this part, but like the comments from her gyno, her OBGYN, everybody else was saying that James left Belle because she didn't work. Like people were just like, oh, well, yeah, like that's, you were just like home. Like I feel like it just goes back to what we've been saying. Like women can't win because if we
Hmm.
work, we can't be more powerful than the man that we're with because then we're intimidating. And then when we don't work, it's like we feel like we're looked at as
Unmotivated,
less than.
lazy.
Yeah, lazy, we're just like sitting around and like knowing that other people also perceive it that way is almost more hurtful than than like your husband saying that to you. It's like, oh wait, you guys think that too? It's like validating all your deepest, darkest fears. Like, oh, so everybody thinks that I'm just like this lazy piece of shit because I've been home with my kids while my
Yeah.
husband is out here on the golf course.
Not only that, just like everybody being like, yeah, well, James, it's okay. What do you mean it's okay? There's nothing okay about it. And what I was going to say is one of her friend's husbands said, like, nothing about this is okay. Your husband
Yeah.
left you. That's not okay. Your husband left your kids. That's not okay. If anybody is telling you that that is okay, it is not. And I
Yeah.
feel like she needed to hear that in that moment. Like, you actually feel like you're going crazy.
Well, it's like the amount of people that were just trying to normalize it when she needed to talk about it
Yeah.
and people weren't like taking the bait must have been so infuriating. It's like, no, you guys don't get it. Do you need me to fucking explain it to you?
Right.
Like, I'll tell
Or
you.
just like wanting to just scream like my
Yeah.
life is falling apart. Like my husband just cheated on me. My like how do you even look at anybody and not just say my
Yeah.
husband of 20 years just walked out on me and my family?
Yeah. It's not even the cheating, it's just the leaving the family with no regard for really anybody and just like assuming that it's going to be accepted.
Yeah.
You just leave and you give up full custody and you never want to see your kids again and
And nobody
you won't
cares.
get
Nobody else
you
cares either.
you won't give your wife any closure. You'll barely answer her text. She's not allowed to ask you questions. You won't give her a reason why. Like that's the crazy part.
That's the crazy part.
Yeah,
Right.
damn. Now I feel
Like
worse just like talking through
yeah,
it.
you're going crazy.
Yeah, you're
Because
going
what
crazy.
what could she have missed?
Yeah. Damn. I didn't want to plant this in anybody's head before we read the book, but the book is being adapted into a Netflix movie starring Gwyneth Paltrow.
Hmm.
So when I started reading the book and it's like, oh, the Osprey leave, like I was literally picturing Gwyneth Paltrow writing in her diary, Martha's Vineyard about these osprey, whatever, osprey birds, whatever they're
Yeah.
called. First of all, the movie is probably going to be spectacular.
I need to know who James is gonna be. Like I probably know who he's gonna be. The guy who played oh, the guy who was in the jury.
Oh, James
James.
Marsden.
Yeah. Such a
That's a good
fucking
one.
dick.
I wrote down. You definitely don't know who this is, so look it up. I was like, do you have you're on your
I have my
laptop?
phone, yeah.
Dominic West like has to play this
Oh,
role,
that
but it
sounds so
almost hits
familiar.
too close to home
Because he's
because like
bad.
he like did this. He like had this affair with like Lily James and just like was like scooting around Italy with this like young
You're
girl
oh
and like
no, that then he can't. Sorry. No,
it's
that's
like a little too might be a
it's
little
the
too
memoir.
triggering. Yeah, it's the memoir. Like,
Ew, this guy looks like such a dick too. He
he
looks like he would
is
leave his family.
100%. Also, I just saw a clip of this person talking about how a very similar situation happened to her. She was a housewife. She was on Beverly Hills. She's no longer on anymore. Do you know who I'm referring to?
Sutton.
Camille Grammer.
Oh, wow.
She was married to Kelsey Grammer. They had two daughters together. She thought that they were like
Uh-huh.
happy and in love. And then while he was away working, he started having an affair with one of his
Bring it up.
co-stars. He literally just like up and left. He was like, I don't give a
Hmm.
fuck. Take everything.
Nobody cared.
Here's money. Here's whatever you want. Like, I'm going to go move to New York and now I'm going
Yeah.
to be with this woman. And they now they're still together and they have 4 kids together.
Shut the fuck up.
Yep. And I think he like had barely same thing was like barely maintained a relationship with his kids. Like he was like, oh, if they want to talk to me or come over, whatever. But
Oh,
it was
and
Camille's
Kelsey
life now.
Grammer. It's like Kelsey Grammer. Yeah. Everybody fucking loves him. Never missed a day of work.
Never missed a day. Like got a Frasier reboot in the middle of it. I think he was on Broadway when it
Yeah,
happened or
he
something
was.
like that.
He was.
And I just saw a clip of her talking about it. I was like, oh my God,
We're
she's
talking about the
literally-
book.
No, she was talking about her experience with Kelsey. And
Oh,
I'm like, oh my
wow.
God, she's literally Belle. She's Belle.
Bree, she is Belle.
And
Wow.
I think that this has happened to that's why I think it is so big
Many
because
a
so many
woman, many
people
housewife.
yeah,
Yeah.
can relate or know somebody that experienced it. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Which
Damn.
for that, this is a self-help book. Like this
Yeah.
is going to help
Yeah.
somebody feel less
Absolutely.
alone. So that's huge.
That is huge. Should we get into the anything else you want to say in the book before we get into the we'll do a quick fire, mad or not mad?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Are you mad or not mad about the title?
Not mad about it.
Not
Thought it was
mad.
a great title.
Love Strangers. It's just the book. Yeah, it's like, was he always a stranger or did
Or
he
did we
become a
become?
stranger?
Hmm.
And I kind of think he was always a
I
stranger
think he was always a stranger
because
too.
she even said like there was always an air of mystery to him. He
Hmm.
always felt at a distance. He never fully like went there with her. I
Yeah,
do feel like he was always a bit of a stranger.
I do too.
Oof. Okay. Are you mad or not mad about the writing style?
Not mad about it. I
Not
loved
mad.
it.
Loved. So great. I would love more books from her because and they're quick.
Yes, I also, it was 4 parts, which sometimes like a 4-parter scares me because I love a chapter. I like a quick chapter. I fucking hate a long chapter because you never know how much you want to read. I just
Yeah.
can't commit that much. However, the good thing to the 4 parts is they were broken up into small sections and there was a little slitty, I don't know, we're like not that literate, in between sections. So you could just read however much you wanted. There was just like thoughts broken up. So I
Yep.
liked it.
I liked it too. Okay, this one's kind of lame, but are you mad or not mad about Belle's vulnerability?
Not mad about it. Like I
Yeah.
said, if she helps one person, I think it's worth it.
Yeah. Are you mad or not mad about Belle's husband?
So fucking mad. I hate that man. And now all
Loser.
I can think about is James
Marsden.
Marston.
Yep.
Oh, so mad at him. Now I'm
Are
mad at
you
him.
are you mad or not mad about all the financial decisions throughout the book?
Very mad about it.
Mad. A lot of
Very
poor
mad.
financial decisions.
Lots of lessons to be learned from
That
anybody who's getting
aspect.
married. Yeah,
Are you mad or not mad about the ending?
mad about it.
Me
What
too.
about you?
I'm kind of mad about it.
I'm kind of mad about it too. Like
But
again, appreciate it. Appreciate this is your journey. Like what
yeah,
we can't
what
make
could
up a
she do?
freaking ending. Yeah,
Yeah, what could she do? Or
but I
I
am mad
wish,
about it.
yeah, I don't know, because then even I was like, okay, well then, they write, what is it called when it's like after the
Hmm.
book? There's like that little
Again, we're
section.
not like that literate,
Yeah,
but
where
we
it's just
know.
kind of
I know what you
follow
mean.
up,
Yeah, like
post book.
not. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like here's where I am now.
Epilogue.
Epilogue, thank you. I was like, oh, okay, so still nothing.
She could fill us like. What about the osprey? Like.
Can you just throw a little sparkle in there or something?
Also, just like, what did the osprey mean?
It was
I'm
just the story
obviously
of how
of like coming back and the
yeah,
family of it all, but it also was like so deep that then he just stopped caring about them. Something that was
yeah,
he even stopped caring about the osprey.
yeah.
He really didn't care.
He really didn't care. Now the Osprey were just a distraction because he was not happy. So it
Mm,
was like he could focus his energy on that,
yeah.
and that gives him something to keep him busy while he's like with his family. And it's like, oh, we're all engaging in this, but no one fucking talked to me.
I kind of feel
Okay,
that.
worth the hype.
Mad about it.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I would recommend it. Like it's a fine read. I don't not recommend it,
yeah.
but I don't think it was worth the hype.
I think if it was like 500 pages, I would be mad about it. But because it
Oh,
was like so quick, so easy, I was like, oh, okay,
I
whatever.
read it in
Like,
like 3 days. Yeah.
yeah, it was easy breezy, beautiful cover girl.
I did want to keep picking it back up, but
Yeah, I
again,
wanted
that
to
ending
finish
was a
it.
little
Yeah. I feel like that's what kept me keep coming back because I was like, oh, something
what?
crazy is gonna go
Right.
down. Yeah, and I was
Again,
just
it's
like,
a
oh,
memoir.
yeah, yeah, it's a memoir. Exactly, it's just like real life. Okay, what would you rate the book out of five? Five being just like obsessed,
Hmm.
and one being like,
A 3.5.
yeah, that's how I feel too. If someone's like, oh, I'm gonna read the book Strangers, I would be like, oh, don't waste your time. I wouldn't say that. I'd be like,
Yeah,
oh
I'd
my
say like
God, it's
enjoy
like
it.
such a light, easy book, interesting story.
Yeah,
Wish
I
Belle
liked
the
it.
best. Yeah. Wish Bella
Yeah,
all the best.
but definitely wouldn't be on like my recommend. Like a friend
Yeah,
asked me what I should read, and I tell them Strangers, a memoir about marriage.
I know. Now, like, I'm worried that this is like our first book recap, and I feel like people were absolutely obsessed with this book, and they're gonna think we're just like these two dumb girls that like we're not deep or we don't
We
understand
are
it.
who
Because
we
I think,
are, you know. It's, the shoe fits. No, I think we did well. I think that I
yeah,
knew
we
what an
could
epilogue
appreciate the
was.
book without being obsessed with it.
Yeah, totally. Oh,
Yeah.
it's also not like Brie, you said, I said, should we make this a thing and read memoirs that,
No.
Bravo Lebs have wrote? And Brie just said, like, I don't like a memoir. I don't like a memoir either.
Yeah, I almost feel like it depends on the memoir. If something was like so crazy, like a story
Hmm.
that you can't believe, I would like that. But in some ways, I feel like I'm so desensitized
Yeah.
to things where I'm just like, oh,
Oh,
I
your
don't know.
husband only left you after 20 years with nothing? Ugh, whoop-de-doo. Like, try harder next time.
And how bad is that? Like how not great, not great for me. But
No, I
yeah,
get
I don't
you.
know. I'm just like, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
But did you see Jax Taylor break up with his girlfriend after they went to AA together on the sidewalk?
And he put post-it notes over their security cameras.
Now
Now that's
that's trauma.
something.
Yeah.
Would you give it 3.5 as well?
Yeah, I'd give it a 3.5 as
All right,
well.
I think that's fair.
Yeah, I think that's fair. All right, guys.
On
Well,
that note, my eye is starting to get itchy, so that's our cue to log off.
let us know what you thought about if we should do another one. If there's any books that like we said yesteryear is really buzzy. I don't know if I
Oh,
can commit to that.
you said it was super long.
Yeah, that's what I is it not?
No, I don't know. I'm asking because,
Yes, that's what I
like I
thought.
said on our story, is I am looking for a beach read. I don't know if that is the beach read, but
No, that's not a
it's
beach
not.
read. Oh my God. 400 592
Oh, that's pretty
pages.
long.
Damn.
No?
Yeah, no, that's long.
Okay.
That's long. Okay, we'll think about it.
Well, if you have any beach book recs, please reach out. Please DM us because I need something good to read. And also, I don't think we talked about this yet, Brie,
The
on
Crash,
Recurred. Yes, we watched The Crash. I am,
a documentary on Netflix.
yes, documentary new on Netflix. It's about a car crash that, I don't know. I don't really want to say too much.
No, it's about a car crash of high school kids, and was it intentional or was it an accident?
Perfectly said, Brie.
Yeah,
But now I'm down like a real big rabbit hole, and it's really interesting because, like Brie said, was it an accident? Was it not?
yeah,
So your weekend homework, Maddie, is to watch that because we will be discussing that for Monday's episode.
yeah. We're gonna deep dive.
Yeah, I'm going to Mexico, so we got to record early.
Yeah. So
Well, I'll be laying on the beach, drinking
jealous.
margarita.
So jealous. Well, on that note, guys, hope you liked our first book recap slash Rory slash
Hopefully not our
summer
last.
reunion. Yeah, hopefully not our last. Thoughts and comments appreciated as always. And we'll see you guys in a couple of days because we're going to be back to recap the Survivor and Summer House finales. So we are booked and
Can't
busy
wait.
this week. Yeah.
Booked and busy.
All
See you
right.
guys
See you guys
soon.
soon.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.